Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. It's Succession Synergy, and we have all of Africa, which has been our goal overall. We did start with 3 freaking provinces, and now look where we are. And for funsies, I'm going ahead and declared war against Greece, just to, expand our territory a little bit. I don't think that's going to have a real difference on our name, which is a bit unfortunate, but because this is an exclave over... Actually, it's no longer an exclave. This was Buhan, Anatolia for a while, but that was before we went and annexed the Mamluks, and now it goes all the way up here. But I think with the water here, I don't think our name can actually get any bigger. It is sad, but it is what it is. All right, you are all done over here, except for that, which will hopefully be okay. I realize you are going to get the -2 from the crossing. They do have a leader over here. It's possible. I'm going to let it go and see what happens, but it's possible we won't actually win that, which would be a bit sad, but, hardly the end of the world. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is a fairly large stack over here. We're not going to attack into the mountains. Be nice if they attack me in the mountains. They might attack me in the grasslands here, which would be very bad. Get you to finish your move and then return to the mountains, and we will get some extra numbers over here. All these little singletons don't have to be here anymore. So take care of that, which should be okay. And then we do have more armies assembling here. So yeah, we're going to be fine. But I was going to say, there's a little bit of risk here. They decide to attack me into the mountains, which that's interesting. It's not what I expected at all. That's the fact that the smaller stacks don't have full AI enabled. They don't tick as often to save a lot of CPU power, which can lead to things that look a little bit odd there. All right, you're moving into Raska, which is hills. Well, I don't want to attack into the hills as is. I would do it if we had more people here, but we're not quite there. That's still ticking through. That's still ticking through. These are what? Now you guys are repaired. You can go and join in the fun there. Although we're going to get a blockade going on in Dalmatia. Let me go and detach and move over here. That should be fine. I guess that blockade's already happening, but let's make sure it keeps going. You guys are moving up. Get you to hang out in Kosovo. Where are you going? Okay, there's no more mountains here. There's a lot of -1s, but not -2s. Keep everyone moving upwards here. Sofia, which is woods. We just need to get a half-decent number of people together. I almost certainly we're going to mine a river crossing too somewhere. You go there, you're going here. That'll block them in. What's their maneuver? 2, which we could easily go and overcome. I think I'll get everyone to group up in Macedonia and then go. Or, you know what? Never mind. Get these guys to group up over here. You want to attack me in Macedonia? I'm actually kind of okay with that. I'm going to wait for you to be locked, and then we're going to rush in there. We can assign you a leader right away. It's only flat land, which is too bad, but they actually should be able to get a river crossing penalty if we get a leader with more than 2 maneuver, or at least 2 maneuver. Actually, yeah, they have to have more, so I can go and assign you. And since you don't have superior maneuver, you will get the river crossing penalty. And everyone else can just go in. So you will rush, and then the rest of you won't have to rush, because this will just be sufficient additional numbers, which should be fine. Okay, we'll have a numbers advantage quite quickly, actually. Oh, finish that siege there. Sinking the rest of the Greek navy, which means these ships here can maybe go and hang out in the Gulf of Venice in case we ever bop these guys out. So we need reinforcements here quite quickly, but we do... Well, I guess we don't have the tactics advantage, but we don't have a tactics disadvantage. We have a morale advantage, discipline penalty, but vastly superior numbers. And, again, that +2 fire on the artillery is pretty significant when it comes to actually inflicting some damage. All right. I guess you're going to finish that regardless. Do we want to do some consolidates here? Yeah, because we're going to be moving into enemy territory, which we're not going to be reinforcing as quickly over there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to split this group in half so it doesn't get crazy attrition the whole way. And yeah, right, we can't reach that. Go to Dalmatia. And actually, we will indeed load everyone else up on a boat. Do that and make sure to give you, say me, which is a siege tick, get on a boat, and you're going to come out over here, and you're going to be landing on Istria. Assuming we don't forget. All right, January. How is our annexation over here? April 1820. If we do get overextended, that'll slow down a little bit because we'll take a Diplo rep hit, but I think we're going to be fine. Coalition hasn't fired yet, which is a good sign. And with that in mind, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep producing our stuff, especially since we did just do a bit of a consolidate. We're going to get some more troops assembling over there. Again, if the Coalition fires, Hungary will be involved in this, but I think we'll be in a good position to just, like, punish them instantly, which is very satisfying. Wow. Yeah, that's another level 8 fort. So annoying. You are going to unload into Istria, which is, again, a level 8 fort. These sieges do take a while. But there's really, I mean, we can't really reinforce easily anymore, which sort of sucks, but there's not a whole lot of juice left in the Austrian tank. Plus, Venice is actually about to fall, so we'll finally be able to come through here. Take a look at the fort map mode. Yeah, that's going to be fine, because we can reach Istria. Can we? If we go to Gors, can we go to Istria after that? Or is Carnton going to block us? I'm not sure. The fort behavior is all a little bit odd. Royal Mayor Nage just ended. That, I don't think, is what we want to have happen. Let's keep that up. Thank you very much. And yeah, you're pretty broken. And then we'll land there. Start that. These are all some pretty slow sieges, but should be okay. And we're not necessarily looking for anything out of Austria. We may need to separate piece them to get the best deal out of Greece, so that effectively we'd have 100% war against Greece instantly. Because right now, since they're the primary co-belligerent, we've only got the 39% going on. I'm going to merge you, but I'm going to split off the transports, and I think I'll park over here, because we might want to grab people off of Edirne to go quickly. And actually, we've got a good number of troops sitting around here. I'm going to get you to group up over there, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Did we lose some progress over here? I felt like it was higher a second ago. Oh, we got a little bit of attrition for our cannons. So what I'm going to do is make sure to throw an extra couple in there. Wait, what? There we go. It's like, no, I can move in there. I think I was clicking on Free Willy instead. So this is fine. No rebellion going on right now. Good. Excellent. Okay, Defender of the Protestant Faith. Good for you. So now we have enough cannons. We're back up to a 35%. Luckily, right before the siege tick was going to calculate anyway. We'll probably still lose it. Speed 3. Yeah, didn't get it. But at least we got some progression there. Always the worst when you don't win the siege, but you also don't get a progression tick for a higher progress. Here we got lots of cannons. We got maybe a few too many dudes, so we're getting some extra attrition, but I think that's fine. So still have all of Greece, and we won the siege of Treviso. Lovely, lovely. Venice doesn't have anything. It's probably worth grabbing it, though. I'm going to go and just throw a couple of infantry into there. And you're going to move into Carnton, which is the mountains. We're going to have to be... Oh! You got some dudes over here. This is woods. That's a lot of dudes. But what are you going to do? I guess you could attack us in Istria. It's still woods there. Can we get there? No, we can't. We indeed can't get to Istria as is, which is unpleasant. So I think what I have to do, as nutty as this is I'm going to have to get my transports in general back over here. But be ready to do a big freaking reinforcement drop over here. Maybe even leave them in the sea. Okay, no, they're moving away. Good. So just go and park over here. I'll leave the transports in the Gulf of Venice so I can reinforce through the sea. It's not going to be the fastest, but we do have a good set of troops. Here in the mountains, I'm not worried, especially since apparently I can reinforce that because Friuli's not adjacent to Istria. So certainly a bit on the risky side. I don't suppose... No, Austria doesn't want to leave the war yet, which is too bad. They might be coming back down here. Which, I mean, I've got some vulnerable troops, but otherwise I'm not concerned about. They might start besieging some stuff, because that is our war goal. But meanwhile, they're going to be losing a bunch of territory. Is the fort here? Ooh, it's only level 4 fort. Okay, that's nice. And actually, if Carnton goes, then I should be able to go from Gors into Istria, which is going to feel good. You've occupied Venice. May as well go and grab Trent. Bit of a naval battle, that doesn't matter. Who are you in a war with, Baden? Okay, just a little bit of internal HRE nonsense. Nothing to worry about. You're going to do that. That is a large stack, actually. We would have been a bit at risk of Dalmatia, but it doesn't look like that's where they're going. They want to come down here and probably de-siege some of the war goals, or going after these tiny little stacks that they can see off in the distance. All that's very possible. So we actually have to make sure that we don't actually get ambushed there. The point where I should maybe reinforce on the other side and just throw, like, a ship there so they can't cross. Just going to take one galley and throw it in the Sea of Marmara, which I believe is both straits are there. I'm pretty sure. All right, you've got that. We're having some risks here. We could have easily found ourselves in a situation where that 100k stack could have really hurt us a lot, but it seems like we're okay. Oh, let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, I literally can't go into Gors because of this. Right. That's going to come quickly. So once we can move into Gors, we can inject these guys into the sea and then sink a whole bunch of them. Are you really being attrition here? Here, move to Romagna. We're going to move the ships there as well. Okay, influence just dropped. Yeah, they're going to siege out Macedonia, which is fine, I guess. I mean, we're going to want to go and take care of that at some point. But I guess we're okay doing what we're doing now. Oh, you're at medium. Now, I'm assuming you still wouldn't be interested in piecing out. No. We got 17 personal war score against them, but they're not even interested in a white piece yet. But if we take, maybe even one more might be enough. Now, I mean, I wouldn't mind grabbing some gold, or I don't know if we need to break any of their alliances. I don't think so. Oh, no, they're allied with France. You know what? That would be nice to break. You know, war reparations, all their gold, break their relationship with France. France declares war on Great Britain, which is good because that will actually make it less likely that a coalition is going to be a problem for me. These sieges will go... Yeah, I don't think I'm looking to take anything from there. I don't suppose... No, you don't... Papal State doesn't have any cores or anything over there, which is as expected. So that's going to go soon, which is vaguely annoying, but hardly a problem. Because this is only a level 2 fort, which is why they can do it so quickly, but it means I can go and re-siege that in microseconds. 1819. We're getting close to finishing our coring. Oh, our numbers are tweaking here. Are we really on the cusp of... Yeah, we only have exactly 25 cannons, so depending on how attrition ticks work out, sometimes we won't have quite enough to finish that. Carnton, apparently we keep failing our rolls over there. I mean, making some progress, but it's a little bit annoying when that happens. We could actually make a move to Vienna after this. Level 9 fort, because the +1 from the capital. Just sick. And Austria tends to go full defensive. I suspect that they probably have... No, they didn't go defensive, which is actually quite nice for me. Siege of Carnton is over. Excellent. And we're about to finish this one as well. We'll go to Gors. We'll sink their navy by doing that. And actually Dalmatia will go soon as well. So we're in a good situation to generate a whole bunch of war score quite quickly, regardless of what they do in Macedonia over here. Siege of Macedonia is over. They might come and try to bop some things now, but that's going to be okay. We should probably have some spies over there. How's the Commonwealth stats? They're only ahead of us. Actually, Great Britain would be even better for decreasing the cost of some of our tech. I'll do that. That'll use a couple of our diplomats. Some of them will get ejected. We're going to leave one kicking around for a peace deal. Austria might go around and de-siege more stuff in Greece, which is what it's doing, which is fine. Gore's down. That's going to eject the ships. And we're about to finish 2 actual forts sieges over here, which is huge. Anyway, you go and sit around in Vienna. You go and sit around in Zagreb. Not that we're going to finish those. Boom. That's done. You're going to go dock there, but you're about to get obliterated. Hey! Boo-ha! Perfect! Isn't that looking so nice? Isn't that looking so nice now? It'd be nice to take another whack at the Ottomans. We could, I suppose, truce break, so that we can take another whack at them before the game ends, which might not be a terrible move. All right, Austria. How you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, I'm not looking to take any of their territory or release nations. I don't think any of that's important. I would like to break the relationship with France. I would like war reparations. Whoops. War reparations. Oh, they're not willing to do that. And then a whole bunch of gold. Okay, well, we're about to finish a couple more forts, so we'll go ahead and just do that. Means they're besieging stuff over here, but these are not forts, so it doesn't matter. Dalmatia is done, and if we can do Istria, it's another fort, and it kicks out their ships again, which we will sink, and their ships are already damaged, so things are going to go that much better. This is a very big fort, so let's grab a bunch of cannons, send you there, and I'm going to go to, not to Crane, to Lika. Okay, that's all good, that's all good, that's all good. We'll have enough cannons there. No, actually, we'll still be shy of... Oh, no. 26. Okay. Nope, we're fine. And have done that. We captured a ship, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and grab the damaged ones and go there. And we actually don't need to blockade anything anymore. I will probably return to the Aegean Sea to be in a setup where we can get our bonus for Macedonia again. I don't want to move down there right now. Austria is almost certainly coming back up. Lika over here is in the woods. I can reach it, which is interesting. Good, and we've got plenty of troops around. If they jump on me in Lika, we're going to be okay. If they jump on me in Zagreb, it's only grassland, but I can reinforce there. We're sieging that. Okay, so, but the thing is, let's try this again. So I'm negotiating with Austria directly. And again, I want you to break your treaty with France. I want you to give me war reparations and all your money. Now you're willing to do it. And I think that's sufficient for me. Yeah, boom. Send demands. Excellent. And now what we're doing is we're going to besiege Greece. So we're going to go... yeah, back over there in some fashion. You guys can figure it out. That's going to be okay. Mothballed forts in my country. That's okay. Yeah. Oh, this is Najd. Yeah, excellent. Hey, we get some more ships out of this. Dock for a second. We'll figure out what we do in a moment. And... why don't you go and join up over here in case we need to do some more rebel busting. Glorious. Look at that. I'm so happy. Okay, these ships. What do we have? Well, the light ships can probably join... oh, you know what? Go ahead and do your upgrade. Same thing here. Go and upgrade all these ships. And we'll just leave you there for a second. All right, you're being attrition light... oh, yeah. You're using the ships to move over, which is going to be okay, although in the meantime... you're getting more and more attrition from sitting around here. Why don't you split up? And split up. There you go. And you're still going to try to make your way down here. Your black flag there. Let's make sure to move you into here and then attack sideways, and that's going to be sufficient. And actually, we really don't need to move anyone else down there. Where's my actual transports? I just parked there. Just do that. Oh, right, you're still black flagged. Of course you are. So you have to go down here to be in friendly territory to remove that. Are these all cannons? Come on, autosave. Stop. They're not all okay, yeah, and it's only 1k stack. Even if it was all cannons, we would have been able to take it. It would have been a little awkward, but it would have worked. So you're going to do that. Excellent. Go and split up. And go there. We'll get back to... well, we have 99% with Greece, and the war's gone on long enough that they'll probably go and accept a full annexation. But we're going to wait a second. May as well go... well, I guess we'll see now that we've gone and killed that stuff. If I were to go and just fully annex you, what would that look like? Full annexation, 34%. We'll get some more aggressive expansion, that's fine. We may as well take all your money. And it's going to cost us 272 points to core you, which we've got. Okay, send demands. Yay! And core things. Oh, I like to start with the top. Not that it matters. We have all the points that we need to get that done. Now, I don't think that changes our name. Oh, our name's now sideways. I'm going to say that's probably just as long as Russia, and clearly in a much, much larger font. So, obviously, we are winning the name wars. And I think we're really hitting that point of, like, we're going to weep because there's no more worlds to conquer. Or are there? Let's take Crete. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to change our name bigness. But we'll see. Where's the docks on that side? But these guys, we're going to get to also show up on the other side just in case we need some extra cover. Everyone here who's black flagged, I need to bring you home. Although, I guess I can do this. You won't need any ships. That'll be okay. Because my transports are going to be busy here for a second. Just to do the invasion of Crete. Who else is in this? Albania, Livonian Order, Brittany. No one who can actually bring anything. Oh, Albania's right there. Yes. Da-da-da-da-da. I should just start with Albania, which has nothing. Nothing going on. Get the transports over to Epirus. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, that's fine, because I can still just declare on Crete. Okay, good. Declare on Crete, take their capital, confirm. These guys will jump into the war, and we'll just go and smash them. This coalition's going to fire. But really, we should be doing, like, truce-breaking stuff for, like, the end here. Just go crazy. You're going to fight that, but that's fine, because this is our actual military fleet. So that's okay. And actually, speaking of our military fleet, you're going to go there. Boom. See, we're just helping them clear out their rebels. This is just a capital fort. So we need just like 5 cannons. And a handful of dudes. The rest of you are going to go down to Epirus over here, where some transports are waiting to take you to Crete. Get on. Do this. And come over here. Well, yeah. Doesn't matter. The naval invasion can happen from either side. The docks on the bottom. But that literally doesn't matter for this. Since we're not docking, you're just going to go and drop onto there. So we'll get the, the big crossing penalty, but that's okay. And then over here, we're going to split these guys up ASAP to cut back on the attrition. Like that, and then we'll get you home. Although there's likely to be a rebel uprising over here, so maybe we do want huge numbers of troops. Football has expired. Football has expired in Arumba's horse farm. Oh no! So you're going to siege that out, which is going to be okay. And then we're at war with... Oh, did Brittany not jump in here? Yes, they did. Where the hell's Brittany? Really? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Battle of Crete is done. We are going to... I don't know, gain army tradition. Sure, it's fine. Maybe we'll have to roll some generals before this is over. Siege of Albania is over. You're still being attritioned. And we're going to get you to... Is there one of these that's not horrible for supply? Well, it's not great, but it'll do. And... Oh, you're going to walk there? Really? Anyway, just sit yourself in Constantinople. That'll be fine. And then... I'm going to dock this. You get on the boat. I think it was here. Get across the way. Got some troops still sitting around in the Papal State areas. Albania's there. I mean, I guess I could separate piece them out. Sure. Num 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 num. And all your money. Oh, you're not willing to do it. Like the war, it would cause this country to not be in existence anymore. But we have nowhere else that's convenient to go and conquer, which is a little bit annoying. Like, for this war. Suppose we can just hold on to... Oh, and there's the end of the game. I thought we'd finish before then. Oh, it was creeping up on me. I forgot that we were within that 1 year. I thought I was still in 1819. I wasn't actually looking at the dates when we started this war. Well, it was a good effort to try to finish it up. But we only ended up freaking 3rd in score somehow. It's because France and... Who else was it? Was it Ming? Can I open up the ledger from here? No, that's annoying to me. Well, there's the history. We had the largest army, largest navy, most provinces, highest province value, highest income, highest trade income. We're also making the most points per month, but France had such a long time to accrue that that is the end of the run. Well, I think this was a hell of a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the succession synergy here, the African succession synergy. We started at his 3-province Buha. We still ended up as the Buha, but we had significantly more provinces at the end. Does it have an actual province count? 533 actual provinces. I wasn't sure if that was going to be development or provinces. Yeah, we got that. We were currently still overextended. That's okay. We never had a religious unity. We had a lot of rebellions throughout the years. Making a priority to get the humanism thing may have been worthwhile, but it's not like things went badly for us. That last coalition never fired, which is a shame because that would have been a hell of a lot of fun. And yeah, war. Didn't finish all of our ideas, of course, but that's okay. We didn't really need to finish economic ideas. We got just enough, I think, to be really good. But again, maybe it would have been better off if this was humanism. I'm not sure. And the quality ideas, those first 2 ranks are good, and after that, it doesn't really matter. But things ended up well. We were, we capped out the military technology. Again, I don't think anyone else had reached level 32 military technology by the end. We had not only Africa. I guess I can hit continue here. Oh, there's also show timeline. Let's do that. Excellent. So, there's Buha. This is us, right over here. 1, 2, 3 provinces, and they also weren't the most valuable. They were relatively decent in this little chunklet, but that was it. I wanted to not start coastal. I'm the one who started this. I wanted to not start coastal. We are in one of the worst tech groups that exist, and we're far from a coast because one of the things I want to avoid is an easy way to get a whole bunch of trade power. In fact, here we're buffered by literal uncolonized land, and us getting the colonization type ideas would be very difficult. And to the west, well, actually, again, we're not contiguously connected to the west either, because Rukwa is not colonized and Lega is not colonized. It's close enough we can fabricate claims across the sea, but I don't believe there was like all kinds of coring problems early on. So let's go ahead and get this playing. All right, it's a little slow. We just want to go fastest speed. There we go. That seems pretty good. So in early war, start annexing up our neighbors. But even right from the beginning, we start having to have some rebellion problems. We start colonizing there and then stop because it's too expensive. I think we got like a free mission or an event that started that colonization. And then there we go. Start eating people by chunks. There's some vassalization that starts to go on there. We've been going less than 50 years at this point. We still are not connected here because of the lack of colonization. Clearly, we were able to core. Actually, I don't remember. I think we weren't able to core across. Did we not have to go and vassalize someone and then annex them, and then we were able to start coring? It rings a bell. All right, connecting up there, thanks to our colonization efforts, which have started. Although it's worth noting, this Kilwa territory will be full of rebellion for the rest of the game. Non-stop. There we go. Buha, his name, finally improving pretty dramatically over here. Making the jumps. And then there's a bit of delay. Somewhere right around here, we start doing westernization. I don't remember. So there was a bit of a slowdown, lots of rebellion. I don't remember what order. It's important for us to get our name as big as possible. At some point, we were out to wrap around this whole wasteland, for example. Pushing north, all the problem of, hey, what are we going to do about Spain? Spain, which becomes freaking under a royal union with France for ages. I didn't realize, does Spain have all of this? Why is that border like that? Maybe because it's showing you where things will end later on. Is that possible? I think it might be. So Spain has all of this, but at some point Great Britain grabs this, and Castile is, I think, liberated again at some point along the way. Potentially by rebellion, actually. It must be. I suppose that would be the only way for Castile to reappear. So we're snaking our way up the coast and the middle over here. These guys are not a threat. We're mostly just waiting for truce timers to expire at this point with everything that's down here. We're also not worrying about aggressive expansion and coalitions because none of the major powers are going to care what happens to the territory down here. Worst case scenario, maybe the Ottomans. But at this point, we weren't afraid of dealing with necessarily the Ottomans either. So a bunch of shuffling going on all over the rest of the world, but not, nothing that's too dramatic, honestly. Commonwealth form, Big Prussia, certainly, but it didn't go and start steamrolling everyone. Russia forming at all is a nice thing to see. You often don't see that happening. Mamluki in Egypt. Really? Why would it say that? Because wouldn't it just be the Mamluks? I'm sure it was at the time. I don't know. But there we go. And that was the end of the last little bit here. Would have been nice to have finished off that war for Crete, but I suppose I could have just started it a little bit sooner. It was mostly just I declared from boredom. But we did do the Greece one, which I was actually surprised that we could all get wrapped up in time. There's a little bit of Ottomans over there, which is kind of funny, but not something we care about. And certainly a big coalition against us at this time. Oh, that bought me out of there. I guess I'd have to continue or something like that to play with the map modes. But that's fine. I think we'll just go and wrap this up. Again, I hope you enjoyed the series. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.